Hi everybody, and welcome to another video. Keir Starmer humiliates Big Gob Rayner. This is a story that is going around that Big Gob Rayner has not been invited to sit on the National Security Council, the NSC. She's been humiliated again by Starmer. She's been sidelined. Starmer, if he keeps humiliating Rayner, there's going to be trouble. You can see it happening, can't you? You know what's gonna happen. If he keeps doing this and keeps humiliating Rayner, then there's going to be trouble, because she is, as you know, Deputy Prime Minister. It's also about she also hasn't got a Deputy Prime Minister's office. You've got the Prime Minister's office and also the Deputy Prime Minister's office. She's the first Deputy Prime Minister not to be invited to sit on the National Security Council. Of course, this is important for our so-called security. Mind you, I wouldn't trust Starmer and this rabble with our country's security. I wouldn't trust them at all. There's all sorts of there's military. Of course, they've got to be on there, and other people. And there's even the Duchy of Lancaster has got a seat on the Security Council. What does the Duchy of Lancaster know about our country's security? Who come up with that? Anyway, going back to Rayner, she's not going to like this, being humiliated and snubbed all the while. You know what's going to happen, don't you? She's going to get her own back, because believe you me, I don't know how much longer Starmer is going to last as Prime Minister. You might make it up till Christmas, but I should imagine that sometime next year, the way things are going, if he can continue to humiliate Rayner, then he's probably, what he's doing is, he can't sack her, so he's doing it, like I said, to humiliate her, hoping that she gets that angry, she resigns. I think that's what he wants her to do, because these two don't get on. They're more lovey-dovey in public, but behind closed doors they hate one another. Those two do. They don't get on at all. I think Starmer's trying his best to get rid of her. He's doing it so, like I said, that he hopes will resign and quit the government. But what he doesn't know is that he's making an enemy here of Rayner, and she will get her own back on him. I wouldn't be surprised that if sometime next year that she doesn't trigger a leadership contest, because the way he's going, Starmer is not going to last much longer as Prime Minister, the way things are going, because that's what's going to happen. Because there's infighting now in Labour. I mean, they've only been in government 3 months and they're already arguing. Things are going wrong, and Rayner is not a kind of person to be crossed. She'll get her own back, and if she is forced to resign, she will get her own back, like I say, and trigger a leadership contest. And when that happens, Starmer will be gone. And we don't know. Well, she's Deputy Prime Minister. That's if she's still Deputy Prime Minister, if she hasn't resigned. But that's what I think Starmer is trying to do. He's trying to make her that angry she will resign. But I think before she goes, she will get her own back on Starmer. She'll find a way of getting her own back on him. And it'll be his turn to be humiliated. Mind you, it doesn't take much to humiliate him, does it? The way he's going at the moment. I mean, he's the most hated Prime Minister this country's ever had. And the people hate him. Everybody hates him. I think even his own cabinet and his own backbenchers hate him. I mean, they won't say anything, because if they do, they'll have the whip withdrawn, and they'll be kicked out of the party for a while. But it's only a matter of time before Rayner, she won't be able to take much more of this humiliation, and it won't be long before she says enough's enough, and she gets her own back on Starmer. Because let's put it this way, Starmer is useless as Prime Minister. He hasn't got a clue, has he, of how to run the country. I bet the people who voted for him wish they never had voted for him now. Oh, I know that everybody was fed up with the Tories. We had 14 years of the Tories, but it doesn't look like we're going to have... it looks like Labour are going to only be a one-term government, the way things are going at the moment. Anyway, that's the way it's going at the moment, and like I've said, Starmer is making an enemy of Angela Rayner, and my advice to him is not to cross her, because she will get her own back. You can bet your life on that. She will find a way of humiliating Starmer, and the only way to humiliate Starmer is by forcing him to resign, because I wouldn't be surprised that sometime next year, if Starmer doesn't have to resign, because I can't see him being Prime Minister, serving the full term, 5 years. I just can't see it happening the way things are going. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Mr. Politics here signing off. And remember, don't believe the lies.